Hey everybody, I've got a dirty 2020. Just took it out for a big cruise yesterday, road trip. Met up with 18 other Mustangs, and we drove from Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas all the way up a good part into Oklahoma, and had a little fun on the freeways and some photo shoots. But now I'm left with a very dirty Mustang, which I'm going to show here in a second, and walk you through some of my non-water bucket soap cleaning tips to get it looking back to showroom new. So here we go on the cleaning process. All right, first of all, just kind of a walk around. Now it's worth pointing out that this car has a clear bra, the whole front fascia, fenders, mirrors, A-pillars, first 10 inches of the roof, the hood vent, which I also have the rain tray out from yesterday for the long drive. So, you know, none of the bugs are stuck to the paint. And then on top of the clear bra, as well as on the rest of the car, it's all been ceramic coated. So we're going to start out, well, let's see here. First of all, we're gonna show you some of the bugs. We were doing some good high-speed runs on the freeway, so the bugs were all splattered all over there. Stuck in the grill, stuck in the stripes, paint, even on the hood vent, smeared all over, the windshield, all splattered with bugs up on the roof. And if I get the light just right, you can see the line, which is right here on the clear bra. And then also used quite a bit of brakes yesterday, reeling the car down from high speed. So as you can see, the wheels have a lot of wheel or brake dust. So we're gonna take care of all that. And incidentally, the GLT rock blockers speed tested those well into triple digits, and they stayed in place. A lot of brake dust in the back. A lot of just road dust on the back of the car. And we're going to get this all taken care of. Got suction cup sticky mark from a GoPro camera. And we're gonna make this sucker look lovely again. All right, step one, California duster. For me, I always make sure I do straight back and forth wipes on the car. And this car doesn't have any like gravel or anything on it. It's just dust and bugs. But we're just gonna do a light dusting on the top here to get all the dust off. And again, straight back and forth. Nice, we're not trying to get swirl marks, even though this car has ceramic, so it'd be really hard to get swirl marks on it. But just a habit I do with all my cars. Nice straight strokes with the duster, and then every once in a while shake it out. All right, we're gonna stop here and I'll finish the car and then show you the next step. All right, the front fascia has the most bugs, and it's also the busiest part of the car. I use a California duster down in between the front fascia and the splitter wickers, if your car has that equipped. Get all that. I come inside all the grooves here and kind of just lightly hit all the stuff here. I need to shake out my California duster here really well, get all the little bug parts off of it. But I've gone over the whole car with California duster, straight lines on all the paint. And then the next step is we're going to try and soften up the bug remnants on the front of the car. Okay, just shook out the California duster, and now I've got, use any detail spray of your choice. I just happen to have McGuire's because it's available real near my house. But I'm just going to spray this on all the bug stuff and just let it sit. All the bug guts are kind of dried on from hitting them yesterday and then letting them sit. We were gone for a long cruise yesterday and we got back kind of later. So I'm just gonna let all this sit, soak up some of the detail spray, and then it'll be easier to clean. There's Nice splatter right there. Stuff on the front of the car, up on the nose, a little bit on the lights, up in the wide fender extensions, and a little bit actually inside the splitter wicker there. I think a little bit on the snake badge. I think we got all the major stuff on the front. We're gonna let that sit. Okay, so while the front is soaking and sitting, absorbing the detail spray, we're gonna hit the rest of the car where isn't covered with bug splatter. So we're gonna have two rags. One's gonna be our wet rag. You can spray right on the rag itself, or you can spray on the paint, whichever works best for you. But we're gonna use that wet rag to wipe the paint. And just like the California Duster, we're doing nice straight back and forth strokes along lines, and if you need to go this way along an edge too, that's fine. Just don't do a lot of swirls. I usually go lengthwise front to back on the cars as much as I can. And once you work a section and get all the grime off of it, so to speak, then you're gonna come back with your dry towel and wipe it, dry rub it. And I essentially do the same thing with the glass. I will wipe it with a wet Windex rag and then come back and dry rub it. And the end result is a nice, reflective, shiny, clean surface. And we got a lot more to do. All right, we got the roof all done. I basically start at the top and work my way down on all the paint, and I finish with the glass. But all the little smears and dust are off of the roof. And it's looking fantastic. After the roof, my next panel I work on is the hood. Getting my rag wet again. And back to doing our front to back strokes. This is a nice, soft, high quality microfiber towel. And I always make sure there's no debris stuck in the microfiber fibers themselves. If you got any sort of sand or little pebbles or something stuck in your microfiber, then you're just gonna drag that across the paint. And this Rapid Red, which this 2020 is, when it's all clean and shiny, looks absolutely awesome. So that's the wet towel. And we follow it up always with the dry towel. Getting rid of all the little stuff from our juvenile fun yesterday. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. All right, that side's looking good. Okay, with the exception of the vent itself, the hood is done, including the top where all the bug splatter was right there. They all came out and was looking great. The hood vent is a little tedious, and it's just a matter of getting your rag and working. Basically, the easiest access is from the front of the car, but you kind of have to jam your fingers down inside there in between each slat, as well as get into the edge there if you want to get all the dust out of the corners. And just work it like you would the paint. And this is also got clear bra on it, so nothing's really actually on the paint, it's all on the clear bra. But yeah, just work with the wet towel followed by the dry towel. So the hood and the hood vent are both done now. No bugs, no dust, nothing. On to the sides of the car, which are still dusty. Well, a little bit. We used the duster on them. Got the driver's side done. I ended up spraying the mirrors down with detail spray too to let them soak a little bit. There was some good bug splatter on those. Use the wet rag followed by the dry rag, and the driver's side is looking great. Also, when using your microfiber towels, be careful you don't drop them on the ground. All those little tiny microfibers will pick up debris from the ground. If you do end up dropping it, your choice whether you shake it out and reuse, or wash it or discard it. Kind of depends on what you drop it into. I got a little bit of stuff on my garage floor, but nothing too crazy. So if I drop it, I just give it a good shake and keep using it again. Now, if I was outside, I'd probably rethink that. Okay, just finished the passenger side. It's looking lovely. All that remains now are is the rear, the front with all the bugs, the windows, and the wheels. And hopefully I'll show you something new with the wheels with all the brake dust. We'll be hitting that at the end. If you don't have your car ceramic coated, you want to pay particular attention to this panel in the back of the GT500, GT350 both have it. This black high gloss rear end, highly susceptible to scratching without ceramic. This is ceramic, so I really shouldn't have to worry about it too much. It's ceramic coated. But again, just make sure you go straight back and forth, good clean rag. And if you do end up with any scratches on this is correctable just like regular paint is. Matter of fact, I did a major correction on this car when I very first got it, before the ceramic coating and clear bra. But yeah, you can buff it just like you would. And these lights have pretty deep recesses in them. Get your hand way up inside there, get it all clean, get all the debris out of there. And then again, follow up with the dry rag. When you're cleaning the lower part of the rear fascia, a lot of little angles, nooks and crannies there, especially down in there. When working around the mufflers or the exhaust tips, I clean just the outsides. If you look inside, especially the inside of the inside tip, there's a lot of black soot, so to speak, in there. You wouldn't want to use your paint rag on that because then you're going to translate your paint. Get a different rag if you really want to clean that, but it's just going to get black again, so I'd just leave that be. All right, the rear is all done. Tops, sides. The only thing that remains on the paint is the buggy front fascia, and we've been letting that soak since when we first started this project. Hopefully all the bug debris is all softened up now, and we're doing this last too because I won't be reusing these rags until they get washed, so they'll probably have some bug debris stuck in the microfiber. So here we go on the front. All right, I got my rag extra wet. We want to work with a good amount of liquid on that rag, working through all the bug debris, but it's wiping off. I hit the headlights too. I don't really use glass cleaner on the headlights unless I got it out, but the paint dealer works just fine on the headlights too. Got to get into all these little recesses for the wide fender extensions. Get any bugs stuck out of there or stuck in there. And then all the trim. And then, well, we got a few stuck on the fronts of these grates here. We'll clean that up. There we go, it's all coming off. All right, the front took the most work, but it cleaned up perfectly. No more bugs, no more grime, all better. Next is the glass. All right, glass time. So I use 2 rags again. I'll get one wet. Use your favorite glass cleaner. I just happen to have Windex. And we got to get rid of all these bugs that ended up on the glass. So you can spray the glass or the towel. I prefer to spray the towel so I don't get all the overspray on the paint that I just got done detailing. And we're going to rub it with the wet towel, followed by the dry towel. All right, all the glass is spotless. I did the front windshield with the wet towel followed by the dry. I did the mirrors, the side windows, and the big aft window. And next and final are the wheels. So, something I discovered with my 2011 with the chrome wheels is they were always getting dusty. I have ceramic brake pads on that car, and it would just get road dust, not really a whole lot of brake dust, but the 2020 has a lot of brake dust. But a little trick I learned with that car that I just kind of stumbled upon it, that I now use in all my cars, is I use one of these. This is a little Swiffer hand duster, and this works great. Getting inside the barrel of the wheels, and also on the spokes to get all of, you can see the brake dust, how it's all built up. I did a lot of high-speed brake applications yesterday, and this gets all of that dust off, and it gets it on the Swiffer. Now, if it's really bad, you know, or spotted, maybe you got some water, you know, on your wheels, drove on a wet road and it splattered, I will use this. You know, if it's really bad, you gotta get out the bucket and the hose, sponge, all this stuff. But just moderately, you know, bad, I'll use this, followed by a round of Windex, you know, wet rag, dry rag. You can also use wheel cleaners, but usually, you know, my cars don't get that dirty, so it's, you know, I don't have to use that harsh of a cleaner. But this is the magic ticket. Give it a whirl, see what you think. I got the wheel 3/4 kind of clean. I left a couple of spokes dirty. I also got my light on my phone here so you can see a little bit better. But you can see the dust that we're getting on the Swiffer. But I use the Swiffer, actually go inside and get the caliper too. Get that, or not, yeah, the brake caliper, get that nice and clean. But these spokes all through here are all clean and inside the barrel, and I left this dirty. So you can see the difference there. So those three still have all the brake dust on them, and then these others have been hit by the Swiffer. Now I should point out that my wheels have been ceramic coated, which makes cleaning them easier. But you can see how well the Swiffer does get in there, and it gets back between the rotor disc there and the wheelbarrow. So yeah, this works really well. The front wheel's all done. The massive caliper is so big that you really can't get the duster down between the caliper and the wheel. If you want to get that area, you're going to have to move the car forward or backwards to expose that area. But something else worth mentioning, the two wheels front to back are different. If you notice, the valve stem cap is kind of in the big open area in the front, and then in the back, it's on the little space spoke, so to speak. So yeah, the wheels are different front to back. I think they're wider in the back too, if I remember correctly. I don't have the specs on the top of my head, off the top of my head, but and also, you know, in the back, the caliper is smaller. It's a four disc in the back, or 4 piston in the back, so you can get between the caliper and the wheelbarrow, as well as between the electric parking brake and the wheelbarrow on that side. But I got the driver's side wheels done. Time to do the passenger side. Well, here it is. Finished it all. It's looking like it just came off. Actually, it's looking better than it came off the showroom floor. Because when it came out the showroom floor, it had scratches all over it. I had to do a full polish correction on it, and then went in for clear bra and ceramic. But all the bugs are gone, all the dust is gone. Looking excellent. Well, that's my detail in the 2020 video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a little bit of my process. And the process can vary depending on how dirty or how rough the car is, but this one just had a lot of bug splatter on the front and the mirrors and the windows. It also had a lot of brake dust, as you saw on the wheels, and some road dust. But we had a lot of fun on the cruise yesterday. Did some crazy speeds. The car is super stable, a lot of fun. And now it's all cleaned up and ready for the next outing. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. See ya.